there. Please excuse the updo. I am in dance teacher mode today. I have been doing medieval reenactment for quite some time, and at least once a year, pretty much, you can guarantee you will hear me say, that's it, we've got everything we need, we don't need anything else. Famous last words. I will see something that someone else has got, or I'll see something on the telly, or I'll just have an idea, and the next thing you know, hubby is rolling his eyes because I have produced another lump of wooden furniture that needs to be packed into the van. If you've seen any of my Instagram posts or some of my previous videos that show the medieval camp, you will have seen that we have got two chests at the bottom of the bed. One is hubby's and one is mine. Now originally the idea was that all of our clothing would go into those chests and it would be easy to access. But we very quickly found that it usually worked out that the item of clothing that you wanted would be right at the bottom. So in order to get to it, you'd have to burrow through everything else that was on top. The whole lot would end up being a ghastly mess, and then the chest wouldn't close when you came to set up the camp ready for the public to come round. So those chests now contain what we call hard kit. In hubby's case, it's his belt rig, it's his braces, and his bishop's collar, that kind of stuff. And in my case, my chest tends to hold the set dressing for the tent. So all the lanterns, it's got my triptych, it's got my medicine book, the candles, all the pretty bits. It also contains the various tablecloths that we have for camp. Hubby keeps all his soft kit, all his clothing in an army-style duffel bag that he hides behind our cubicle, and all my stuff goes into a sports kit bag that I shove under the bed. But again, the problem with that is that the bed's got about 6 inches clearance from the floor, and my kit bag is actually about 10 inches deep once it's full, and in order to get to anything I have to go rummaging through it. So I wanted something that would make life a little bit easier for me, and what I decided I needed was a chest of drawers. That way I could split my kit into 2 layers, and if it was out on show it would be much easier for me to get to. Now I have 3 things I have to take into consideration when building or buying my chest of drawers. Number 1, in order to maximise packing efficiency in the van, hubby has decreed that all chests need to be 2 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. Number 2, I need to come up with some arrangement that will ensure that the drawers of the chest don't go flying around when we're in transit. And probably the most important consideration of all, number 3, is that we didn't actually have chests of drawers in the 1470s. We didn't get chests of drawers until the mid-1600s. So that means that whatever I do, it has to be disguisable so that the public can't see that it is in fact a chest of drawers rather than just a chest. Well, you may remember back to my cosmetics cabinet where I put a flap kind of false front onto a little chest from IKEA. And I thought that if I did the same thing on this chest of drawers, it would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It would disguise the fact that it is a chest of drawers, and it would also stop said offending drawers from sliding around in transit. So here is the process. Enjoy! So I've picked up this chest of drawers in Emmaus. It was about a tenner, and it is 2-ish by 1-ish by quite a bit more than 2, so it needs adapting, but I can work with that. So the back of the chest of drawers has got this bit of hardboard which is currently rather flimsily held in with not many panel pins, and it also has this little lip here that the hardboard slips into. Now I'm going to be replacing the back either with solid wood or with ply, depending on what I can get hold of. So this has got to come off, and these grooves are going to have to go, so I suspect I'll have to get the circular saw in on that lot. So as I've said, the dimensions I'm trying to get to are 2 by 1 by 1, and if I just take out the bottom drawer, I'm still 2 by 1 by 1 1/4, no, 1 1/3, maths. So I'm going to have to try and do something with these top two shelves. Let's have a look. I've pulled the drawers out, and if I measure the actual depth of the drawer, it is about 5 1/4. So again, getting the circular saw out, if I lose the top section and the bottom section of that drawer, that should give me about the right depth. Let's have a go. So I've taken the drawers out and found the drawer supports, and they are popped in. There are little holes drilled into the side of the chest which are not going to correlate once I've cut the drawers down, so I will simply have to move them into the right place when I come to change this all around. There's a structural support here which I will use to make the bottom of the chest. The bottom of the chest is not going to be solid, nor does it have to be solid, because no one is going to see it, and the clothes will actually be just resting on the bottom of the drawer, so nothing is going to get dirty or wet. So my first job with the drawers is to take the knobs off. I will be reusing these, I think, as feet for the chest, and then it's mark it up and make some doys. Now I don't own a track saw as much as I would like to, just a regular circular saw, so I have drawn the line along the bottom of the drawer to remove the excess at the bottom, and then I shall do the same at the top, and I will just have to be extremely careful with the circular saw. If they're not exact, it's not a huge problem because no one will see them anyway. They will be hidden by the false front. So I have come off the line ever so slightly at this end, as you can see, but it's millimeters, so I'm just going to leave that. I'm not so anal. I need a means of opening the drawers now that I've taken the handles off, so I'm going to use my spade bit on my drill and drill 2 little circles here, and then neaten it up with the jigsaw, and I may well straighten up these bottom edges while I'm at it. That'll do. Couple of fingers width. I just need to tidy this up with a bit of sandpaper now so I don't get splinters. I've taken the drawer runners off, and they've got these little noggins on the back which correspond to these holes. However, a chisel and a hammer made short shrift of them, and I shall simply screw these on in the right place using the holes that are already in them. So that's one in place. I'm going to do its opposite number and check the fit. Pa-pow! First one is successful. So now I just have to repeat that process for the second drawer. Actually, I might just cheat, you know. this here and this bit here are going to become the base. I might just have the bottom drawer literally running on the base. I will see. Let's see. I'll let you know. Okay, so I decided not to be lazy and I have actually put the drawer runners in. It's quite tight, but that's okay. I know the limit to which I can pack it now. So now I just need to put the base pieces in. Go on the hunt for some plywood. This is where I've got to now. The drawers are in. The bottom is on. The bottom drawer's a little bit sticky. I have faffed around with that so many times. I am not doing it again. I'm just going to get in and sand under here, get the file on it. Not bad though for an afternoon's work. Had a piece of ply left over from the screens project, so I've marked it out and I shall cut that out. I should just about have enough to make the back and the front, so get me. So my last job for today, it's getting a bit late and I'm getting a bit tired and hungry. I was going to use the handles from the drawers as feet. However, I am pushing my 2x1x1 limit already. So I have these ones which look similar but are a little bit smaller. So I'm more likely to get away with those. Two pieces of plywood cut to size. One of them is a little bit too small, which is fine. I shall stick it on the back. Well, no one will see it. That's the back on. A few little fulfils here and there, but no one will ever see them. So that will do.